going to go, oh my God, can I do this? I may abort the mission like, man, no, last time I did this, I blew it. I just don't know. It's just too many. They're big. Look, there's giants in the land. Where's grasshoppers in their sight? No. But when I'm seeing from God's perspective, grasshoppers, they're grasshoppers in my sight. I got a God point of view. Malachi 3, verse 11. It says, I will rebuke the devourer for your sakes, and he shall not, this is after you tithe, he says, I'll pour out blessings on enough to receive. And then he says, and I will rebuke the devourer for your sakes, and he shall not destroy the fruits of your ground, which you produce. It says, neither shall your vine cast her fruit before time in the field, said. See, because if you produce fruit out of season, it's not in the atmosphere where it can sustain. So if you produce something out of seed, you may produce it in I always use this example because I don't have a whole lot of them, because I haven't planted a lot of stuff. But I always use the tulip example because we planted them in the fall and they had to grow in the spring. Well, they blossomed in the spring because that weather and that sun and that atmosphere was the climate for them to sustain themselves. But let's say we planted them too late. So we planted them in the winter. So then they blossom in the summer. It was too hot. They can die. Because when they're just blossoming, she plants stuff. But when they're just blossoming and they're just coming out, they're not as strong yet. They get direct heat. They just like, can we grow first? Can we mature? They can't handle that climate. They're out of season. They're out of timing. Okay, let's say if they grow instead of the spring, they blossom and they come up in the winter. Because you want them to come fast. You put the tulips on steroids. So they blossom in the wintertime, before their time. Too cold. Very little sun. They might not get up out the ground because the ground is too hard. They haven't been designed to push through that hardness. You can't do it before it's time. Let's use the butterfly, because we always talk about you should know the truth and the truth shall make. Is it make or set? Which one?
Set you free. Set.
Is it make? There's two versions. Good man. All right, so you know the truth shall make or set you free. All right, so we always talk about the truth being, the actual word means final reality, finished product. So the truth about a caterpillar is it's a butterfly. But the interesting thing is that caterpillar has to go through a cocoon process. And you can see it struggling through the cocoon. You know how some of y'all, I call y'all advocates, y'all always trying to help people. All right, so you see the caterpillar struggling, your partner caterpillar struggling, you're like, if y'all supposed to be a Christian, y'all should help that caterpillar. So then what you do is you try to break open the cocoon and let them out sooner. But see, when you break open the cocoon and you don't allow them to go through their own struggles and to break through that cocoon, guess what? The cocoon is set up where as they're squeezing through, the cocoon flushes the fluids because on the inside, the caterpillar is full of fluid. And it has a certain amount of time that it can handle that fluid or to die. So each stage that it pushes through, it squeezes the fluid into the wings. Because the wings are like real tiny on the inside of that cocoon. And it actually flushes the fluid into the wings and it becomes a butterfly. If you break it out too soon, guess what? It doesn't go through the process, it doesn't flush the fluid in the wings, and now it gets smothered by its own fluid. But you helped it, didn't you? You helped it to get out of the cocoon before its time. See, we don't want to do it before our time. It's okay to be in isolation. It's okay to stay hidden for a while. Something's coming. And people that care about you will let you go through the process. Even at their expense. No greater love than this, and a man has for his friend, he'll lay down his life for his friend. He'll not be liked to allow them to go through their process. Or, guess what? He could be liked and make it easier for them. They don't go through their process, but he's liked. They like me. They'll never see fulfillment, but hey, at least they'll have a friend. They'll have a friend through suffering. No. People that love you want to see you fulfilled. They want to see you on full blast. Every aspect of your life fulfilled. People that love you will allow you to go through the process. Not pacify you, make it easy for you to stay where you're at. Stay comfortable where you're at. You're not fulfilled there. Right? People want you to experience heaven on earth. That's what fulfillment is. And His presence is fullness of joy. His right hand pleasures forevermore. You see the difference? So all the people sitting around you, oh man, that ain't important. Here, have another drink. Yeah, take this, man. You tripping. Talk about fulfillment, heaven on earth. Here you go. Hit this again. But they love you, don't they? Yeah. Okay. All right, let's go to Romans 8. Look, verse 18. It says, for I reckon that the sufferings of this present time you're in right now, are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. Then it goes into, for the earnest expectation of the creature waiting for the manifestation of the sons of God. Right. So the sufferings of this present time aren't worthy to be compared to the glory that's going to be revealed in us. The things that, look, suffering, I don't know, you think suffering, somebody beating you with whips and stuff, but let's break it down in everyday terms. Suffering is what you allow that you can put your hands on. See, Jesus, He could have called down legions of angels, but He suffered Himself to go through the anguish for a greater glory. So the suffering of that present time wasn't worthy to be compared to the glory that was going to be revealed in it. So some of the stuff that we're allowing right now, that you want to jump in and, they think they're going to play me, or they're going to talk about me. I'm going to go to Facebook. I'll show them. No, we may allow it because there's a greater glory. It's bigger than that. Maybe I didn't hear what God just said. It's bigger than that. It may be a little scary because you might settle for this, but it's bigger than that. So it looked like you're getting played, you're getting taken advantage of, and actually there's people using your skills and getting credit for it. It looked like that right now. But what you're allowing right now is not worthy to be compared to the glory that's going to be revealed in you. Are you kidding me? All right. What was I? Romans 8. All right, look. If we can go, this is it. Because we have this treasure, but if we can go deep enough in, I might have to write this down. This is what the Lord gave me. If we can go deep enough in our inner man, past the vault of our fears. So you have, look at your life as, you've been through, every time you go through hurt or pain, you put up a defense system. So it's another vault with a huge combination. So look at like a bank vault. Don't look at the little ones you buy at the store you carry around with your hands. That's not what we're talking about. Look at a bank vault. So every time you go through fears, you put up a vault so nobody can hurt you again. Then you go through another, you get played, so you put up another vault because you figured the last one wasn't enough security. Right? It just got to your heart again. So then you go through a situation where you get hurt and you put up another vault. After a while, you don't put up so many vaults, you forgot how many. So now God said, it's about that time. We need to go, that treasure I put in you and hidden in that earthen vessel. And now you got this vault, you got these vaults of fear that's not even allowing you to go in. Wow. You don't even want to go, could we just we good right here, God. Why we gotta, that's not even that important. I mean, listen, I'm good just like I am, just me and my 4 and no more, I'm good, Ain't nobody, I'm just behind the scenes. I'm the type of person, I don't need to be up front. God says, no. Didn't I say don't put your light under a bushel? Let it shine. Me and my son talked about it last week, full blast. He says, that treasure, I'm placing a demand on that treasure. Hidden in your earthen vessel. See, I snuck you in the earth realm and put some heaven in you so I can manifest it and impact the darkness. See, when you shine that light bright, darkness can't comprehend it, John 1:5. that darkness will run and flee. So all the craziness that you was talking about, why is this stuff happening? When you shine your light bright, that craziness is going to run. But you can't even shine that light bright because you haven't seen that level of brilliance because it's hidden in your vessel and you got to go deeper to get it. See, deep calleth unto deep. So, getting back to the point Laura was making, if we go deep enough into our inner man past the bottom of our fears, we'll tap into a well of glory that will spring out to flood us with an abundance of brilliance. I'll repeat it. If we go deep enough into our inner man, past the bottom of all our fears, you ever see, every time you start to go a little deep, and it's something that no one's done, or something, your fear creeps in, oh, that might be a little bit too much, I'll just back off. I'm good right here, I'm just cool right here, I don't need to. And God said, I need you to go deep. See, because we think humility is, I'm over there in the corner, nobody sees me. No, it takes a whole lot more humility to be up here in front of everybody, where everybody can judge you and scrutinize you and challenge you and question you. It takes more humility to shine bright as you can, and people are uncomfortable. Turn that light down, turn that light down. It takes more humility to do that, to keep it on blast, even though people are uncomfortable. Because you're totally open before everybody. Totally exposed all your life. For people to go, turn it down, please turn it down. You see, that takes humility. Actually, we taught on it. We taught on humility in one of the training classes. Humility is you totally decreasing so he can increase. So if you're totally decreased and he's totally increased, how does that look? That looks brilliant. So the way you can tell humility is not if somebody looks dead and dormant and hi. That's not a gauge of humility. That's a person undercover. Humility is bright, glorious, because their decrease in God is totally increased. So as we were saying right here, I'm going to finish reading this. It says, if we go deep enough to in our inner man, past the vault of our fears, we'll tap into a well of glory, that treasure hidden in that earthen vessel, 2 Corinthians 4:7, that will spring out to flood us with an abundance of brilliance. If we can go deep. Sometimes it's we're waiting, sometimes we're scared. I don't want that responsibility because now people will evaluate me. But behind the scenes by myself, I'm not going to evaluate myself. I'm cool. I'm good. I don't have to consider nobody else. I was talking to you. I don't even remember all these conversations. But remember you were saying that, he has a call on his life to tell all your business, so get used to it. I'm just playing. I'm not going to tell all his business. Get all sensitive. Well, I ain't talking to him. No. And he has a call on his life, but he was like, I'm not in a rush. He said, because y'all got to talk to everybody? Didn't you say that? Something like that, right? Because we were talking, I was like, I said, listen, people's problems don't have no schedule. They don't go, nah, sorry problem, you're going to have to come back at 4 o'clock because the pastors will be available. No, it could be 4 in the morning, 3 in the morning. But you notice how, when you're dealing with people, this is a little pastor thing right here, they normally think their problems are the only problems.
Yes.
Like they don't realize that we have to service hundreds of people and they all got problems. Somebody's friend could have died. Somebody could have just lost their wife. So many different things going on. But they be thinking like, I called you. Why weren't you available? Meeting somebody else's need. So it happened to me. I was in the hospital and the guy called me and said, I called you 3 times. I said, I was at the hospital. My cell phone was turned off. He said, being pretty selfish, wasn't I? I said, well, you said it. Because you assume that you're the only thing going on right now. Because all you got to deal with is you.